Hey you guys, it's Roberto. Today is another Sunday vlog. I've actually got the selfie stick this time just so I can get a better viewing angle of me and the bookshelf, and I can do, stuff like this. And that's pretty cool. So that's helping me out, and that's going to make these a little bit better going forward if I keep doing them here on the iPhone. So that's just something that I want to get out of the way. But what today's vlog is all about is the fact that I'm working on the Just Create Awesome book for you guys. It's going to be a book on building a mindset for creative success. And it's going to be tremendous because the book is not just, me talking to you guys about how I've done that and the things that I had to overcome. I'm actually interviewing some amazing creative people. Some of them you guys have met on the channel here before, but I will hold some of that back as teasers for other content later. Also, I will talk about that a little bit more, and I'll tease you guys with some samples of the chapters in progress if you are following me over in Patreon. So those folks over in Patreon will be getting some special exclusive teasers from the Just Create Awesome book, but there will be some here on the channel as well. But writing the book has been like super challenging, and if you've never had to write long form content before, it is really grueling trying to like communicate what you want, be concise, but know that you have to do a certain amount of content for a book. So that's really interesting. The other thing is with these interviews, I'm taking the content from the interviews and then taking nuggets from them, and on also some straight up transcription. So that's gonna be interesting as well, and that makes things a bit easier for part of the book, because like what it is it's not just me interviewing people for 10 chapters of this book, plus the 11th bonus chapter, which is more philosophical on my part, and it's about the create something awesome today philosophy and tagline. But really, this book is about how to overcome these challenges. So I had to figure out how to frame all the things that I wanted to address, like the fact that many of you struggle to find out what your passion and what your purpose in life is and how to make that practical. A lot of you struggle with waiting for permission. You're waiting, well, one day when I get the degree, I'll be able to do this, or one day when I'm making enough money, I'll be able to do this, or one day when I get, more time, when the kids are out of the house, I'll be able to do this. And like waiting for permission is crap. It's an excuse, and we all make them. I've made mine. You'll find out more about that in the book. But I realize now that all the excuses I used in terms of waiting for permission were excuses. They were me thinking that I needed some other piece of credential or optics or opportunity instead of just making things happen, which I completely was capable of doing. So realizing that makes all the difference in the world. Some people are waiting on, oh, gee, I'll put myself out there once I get the right equipment and the right gear. I started with little of nothing, and if I had really stuck with keep being consistent at that and keep putting things out, I'd be more successful than I already am, and it would have happened faster, and I would have learned so much more. And it's the thing that I am the most upset with myself about, is the amount of time that I wasted. Also, there were so many times when I let minor failures trap me in behaviors that weren't effective for me, and that I let it convince me not to try. So we're going to talk about how you slay the failure monster, like, because every day you guys wonder, it's like, how do you stay motivated to do all this stuff, and how do you find the energy, and how do you find the time? It's because every day I'm waking up with the absolute intention of waking up and slaying dragons. And that's all I really want to do, is wake up and slay dragons. I need a big enough mountain to climb every day, and it gets me excited now instead of feeling like a chore. But it's also because I'm doing what I love, because my passion aligns to my purpose in life, and I found a way to make it practical and profitable. And again, these are things I'm going to talk about in the book. So, there's things like that. The biggest challenge for me that I've worked through that's covered in the book is the fact that, creativity really doesn't benefit from isolation. Going things alone. You guys know that I've been doing the YouTube channel solo this whole time. After 100,000 subscribers, I'll be putting together the team, hopefully. And some of that is going to be a little bit of remote stuff, but like when I move to Atlanta is when I'm really going to put together a boots on the ground team, like maybe 2 or 3 people that are going to be rolling with me on a regular basis, and I'm going to be renting some office space out of probably WeWork downtown. But like there's so much benefit to collaboration, and so now even doing these interviews, I'm collaborating with other people. You guys know that, like, aside from a few interviews, I've not been one of those YouTubers who grew off of collaborations or that focused on them in my YouTube career. And, that matters. Even in my career as a designer, I wish that I collaborated more. I've done collaborations, and I'm exploring that a lot more now as I, get back to a little bit of my agency roots and building out the way I practice and being more like an agency and working with other creatives and bringing them to the table because I don't have a problem with that from a vanity or ego standpoint of everything needing to be 100% me. I mean, look, this t-shirt, the books are awesome t-shirt. Like, most of this design, it was my ideas, but like Jordan Queller did the execution on that. And I'm so proud and happy with what he did. He was able to snatch what was in my head out and put it to pen and paper in a way that most people could never do. Even I struggle with that with clients sometimes. So Jordan, big shout out and props to you for helping me with the books are awesome t-shirt and merchandise. And I'm looking forward to working with you on some other stuff we've been talking about. But collaborations can really make the difference in your growth creatively as a designer when you let somebody else take on your weaknesses so you can focus on your strengths, or so you can get back some more of your time, or so that you guys can work together and bring out something from each other that you would have never done. So I talk about that in the book as well, and I'm going to be interviewing some people who can speak to that even more than I can. And this book is just going to be so amazing because in and of itself it's a collaboration and it's not just me. And I felt that that was so important to do for like my first book, and this is going to be print, ebook, and audiobook. So I'm so excited about that. The book talks about building a system for success. None of this stuff just happens. Like, I have a system in place for how I get out the content and how I do the videos and how I do my consulting and how I do my design work and how I do travel and meetings. I'm going to be traveling, like, I have like 14 trips this year, you guys. I have 14 trips this year planned. Like, some of it's conferences I'm speaking at. Like, I'm speaking at How Design in Atlanta. I'm speaking at Revolve Conference again. There's so much going on. I'm volunteering at some conferences. I'm volunteering at Dig South. I'm volunteering at Social Media Marketing World. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be collaborating and doing videos with some of my friends. I'm going to get to finally, meet some of my friends in person for the first time. So it's going to be amazing. We're going to get to hang out with Owen and Amy and so many others. Mike Stelzner. It's going to be fantastic to actually get to collaborate with people in a different way. And it also is going to give me a learning opportunity. Lifelong learning is something else that I practice and that I preach so often, and that's going to be in the book. So the Just Great Awesome book is something I'm very proud of. It's the hardest work I think I've ever done is writing this book. I plan to finish a complete draft of the book in the next 90 days. So I'll be teasing you guys with stuff from that. Teasing out sample chapters to the people over in Patreon. But I think those are going to be exclusive in Patreon for the people donating $5 a month or more. I think that I'm going to limit those to them along with the exclusive monthly hangout thing that I'm doing now. So if you guys want in on that and you want some early access to certain things I'm doing with the Just Create Awesome book and even some other behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing on the channel, you can feel free to support the channel in Patreon. You can do $1, you can do $5 a month, whatever you want. There's like an annotation card somewhere. There's a link in the description. And again, this is just your way of being able to go deeper, and what you do actually supports some of the things I'm doing on the channel. It helps me throw some of that money toward the editors that I'm paying to work on the book. And I'm perfectly fine to do that stuff out of pocket, but I'd rather let you guys be a part of the process and get access to some of the behind the scenes and even give me your input, because I go to these communities and these places where people support me for input and feedback on the things that I'm teasing out, so that if I need to do something better or different, I can. Because like I keep saying, creativity does not thrive in isolation. You can't put yourself in a little bubble. You can't just lock yourself in a room with your creative thing and not really get other people involved in the process, unless you're doing it just for yourself. Unless you're just doing it for you and it's just for you to enjoy that thing, then cool, do that. But if you want to take this thing out into the world, I highly recommend that you find ways to collaborate with people, ways to get feedback, ways to let other people help you evolve your work. I mean, it's so important, and it's one of those mindset things that you need to get past in order to be successful in their creative endeavors. And that's why I'm doing this book. This book is not about me. It's about another way that I can help all of you create awesome things and share them with the world. Because you know what? Books are awesome. They are freaking awesome, as evidenced by all of the books on this shelf. You guys know that I'm an avid book fan, an avid reader, And so I wanted to explore my creativity and challenge myself, give myself another dragon to slay. So, yeah, on top of the 500 videos slated for this year, a book in print and digital and audio, as if I didn't have enough work to do. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with you guys, spending some of your Sunday with me. Probably gonna shave and then get back to work. But I just want to take this time to talk a little bit about what I'm up to, talk about the book, talk about some of that travel that's coming up, talk about some of the people that I'm working with on things, and just let you guys a little into my mindset in my head. So anyway, that's what's happening. Also, you might notice that there is a special book up there. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but that is the Ask Gary V book. I have a signed copy from Gary Vaynerchuk himself. And that book review will be coming to the channel along with many others. The Books Are Awesome book club is getting ready to start in full swing soon. I'm very excited about that, and more details will follow. So anyway, like this video if you like it, you guys. Share the vlogs with friends and family or anyone you think would find it cool or interesting. Vlogs are really hard to get out there because I can't game the search engines the way I normally do. So just help me out with that. If you have it and you want to support in Patreon, I've got plenty of cool perks. So make sure you're checking out the Patreon campaign. Also, if you just want to support the channel and you don't have the cash, guess what? A comment and a like is totally free, costs you nothing. And tell me what you're looking forward to, what books you want me to review. Let me know what you would like to see in upcoming vlogs. Do you guys want more motivational videos? Because I'm actually thinking about doing a lot more of that. I've been talking to Malcolm and Kyle, and we're actually thinking about doing some motivational film stuff and getting super creative with that. I'm also still thinking of shooting that stuff on the iPhone. I've got the iOgrapher, and I've got some other mobile gear that I'm getting ready to review on the channel. So if you want to see us do some like motivational short films all filmed on the iPhone, I kind of want to know that in the comment section, so let me know. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff on the channel. Thank you guys so much for the support, and as always, just go out there and create something awesome today, like I'm going to with this book that I've added to my long to-do list.